The fight for democracy on the streets of Cairo, the concern for the future in the corridors of power in Israel. As Netanyahu's government comes to terms with the departure of an authoritarian friend in Egypt, the fear of what kind of regime emerges is consuming events.
There is a second possibility, that the Islamists exploit the influence to gradually take the country into a reverse direction, not towards modernity and reform, but backward.
Israel's preferred choice is the Vice President Omar Suleiman, with whom they've done business in the past. The former chief of Egyptian intelligence has had close contacts with his Israeli counterparts. They like his stand against what they term the Islamic threat.
Omar Suleiman appears from an Israeli perspective to be the best chance for Israel to still be able to have a neighbor to its south, which is led by a government that believes in the peace treaty with Israel, believes that it is a strategic asset for Egypt, like Israel believes that it's a strategic asset for Israel.
That's not something Egypt's rank and file will warm to, especially after revelations by WikiLeaks. Documents taken from US embassies reportedly show that Suleiman demonized Egypt's Muslim Brotherhood and accused them of spawning armed extremists. The organization has always claimed to follow the path of peace, but now Suleiman is attempting a dialogue. Israel has enjoyed a 30-year peace with its neighbour, which has provided much-needed security on its southern border and acted as a block to any attempts for weapons to be smuggled into Gaza. Israel has always prided itself on being the only democracy in the Middle East, but it has always sided with friendly authoritarian regimes who've either been good for business or good for security. And like with many other Western governments, financial gain and self-interest nearly always take precedence over morality. Mubarak was the latest strongman ruler friend. Others include Tan Shwe in Burma, and in the past the Shah of Iran and General Pinochet in Chile. Israel has long made money from selling weapons to authoritarian regimes and unsavory governments. That doesn't seem to worry the majority of the Israeli public, who believe security is the most important factor governing their lives. Most fear the emergence of an Islamic government in Egypt, and most believe it will happen. Israel has shown it can handle Arab repression. Arab democracy may prove more difficult. Tony Birtley, Al Jazeera, Jerusalem.